Hello there, this is RomWills coming back at you with yet another smartphone couch video. The beauty of the body game. And yeah, I'm doing it from home. It was one of those mornings, and plus it's messy out. I say, man, let me just do this real quick. Yeah, because for any of those Bammers think I'm working on a job, I work from home. I don't work for anybody. Anyway, it was a lot of little stuff I had to take care of this morning. So I was like, man, let me just do this real quick. And I was going to talk about the body game anyway. And the beauty, the real beauty of it is, it's not based on me. All I did was just put the name out there. But if you look up body game on like hashtag body game or body game nation, and you'll see plenty of younger dudes talking about it. And they actually doing a better job. I mean, they showing their body, showing their workouts, everything. I might have showed my workout a few times, but remember, I'm 60 years old and I'm going to be 61 soon. Shoot. But see, it's even better for these younger guys to do it because then they can show some other guys. And see, it ain't just me, because every now and then I get some Bama who try to jump on me, but I'm like, dude, I ain't the only one talking about this. You can say what you want about me, but shoot, like I said, I'm 60 years old. And shoot, I'm probably in better shape than most 60-year-olds. Most. Not everyone. Yeah, there's some guys out there, shoot, they can do better than me. But whatever the case, they practicing body game. And, as far as that body game thing, because I had one guy comment, they were surprised because some dudes give me a shout out, some dudes don't. In the description box, I'll put the original body game video where I use the term. And all I did was use the term because I told you. I know this body game way back in the late 80s, the early 90s. Because remember, I said I had all that game, but my body, I had some weight I could lose. And then I had to drop some weight, had to really get in shape for this government job that I was going for. I ain't gonna say what it was. To this day, I still never publicly say what it was. Let's just say there's some stuff I can't talk about publicly. But I was still working out for this particular job. And I wasn't even trying to get women, but I was noticing some women who had friend-zoned me, definitely friend-zoned me, all of a sudden doing vile things to my body. And they all said the same thing. It was funny because another Bama was trying to say, well, it really wasn't your body. That Bama ass wasn't there. And you still get some dudes. And for those dudes who try to come at me, I tell you what, if you got a problem with body game, go against some of these other dudes, these younger dudes who getting into it, who finding out for themselves. And see, even them finding out for themselves, or the beauty of body game, the real beauty is you can find out for yourself. You can try it out for yourself. That's one of those things in fact, I advise you to try it out for yourself. Try it out for 3 to 6 months. If it don't work for you, hey, it don't work for you. Come back to me and tell me. But you know what? I have yet, and I'm talking like, I've been really pushing it for over 25 years. Over 25 years. I've been really pushing it. I ain't even call it body game at first, but still getting your body right. And I have yet to have somebody come back and say, you know what, I'm doing all this, it don't work. Because all I would tell them anyway, if I did get somebody, I say, hold up, you just ain't know how to use it right. But every single guy that's used it, including many men who might not know that term, but they've been in the gym, it's worked for them. In fact, like I've said, I've seen it. Even guys I wouldn't use it for. I've worked in a gym where we had a bunch of male exotic dancers in there, and I saw the play they were getting. And I've said several times that one time I had to walk over to this dude. He wasn't even a dancer. He just looked like a dancer. I had to walk over to him nice and calm and say, hey, dude, man, can you find a way not to finger fuck that woman up in here? And the woman's going like, hee, 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 hee. That shit actually happened. That shit actually happened. And it was, if you work in a gym, shoot, I've known some dudes, personal trainers, guys like that getting played. They getting played based off their bodies. They getting played based off their bodies and stuff. Women checking out their bodies. Look, see, here's the thing. Because you get plenty of dudes saying, oh, it's just the face and the height. You think the woman is ignoring everything below your body. And even if she got to look up at your height, you think she ignoring the rest. Because you guys, I've had some women directly say they will take an ugly motherfucker with a big ass dick. You think they ignoring that? They paying attention to every little thing. They looking at your hands. I remember a woman, I could text her right now. She was like, and this was in front of a group of people. She told a dude that was in that group, yeah, we checking you out. Because this was a dude with some big hands and some big feet. Women be looking at all of that. They be getting turned on. Some women get turned on by the chestises. They be getting turned on by shoulders. Some get turned on by legs. One person doubted that, but nah, they be looking at everything. All women got a part they like. Some women like the whole package. That's why women be paying money. They be making it rain on male exotic dancers and then fucking them after the show. Yes, I said fucking them after the show. Come on, they looking at it all. And yeah, they looking at the height, of course. Yeah, they looking at the face. They looking at the whole thing. And different women like different body parts. Like I said, they checking out different things. And anybody saying it's just the face and the height, probably never got naked with a woman. Probably has never gotten naked with a woman. They never had a woman feel all over them or lick all over them or something like that. And the beauty of it is you can find out for yourself. I've even had some dudes say they ain't realize it at first until they hit the gym for whatever reason or they got in better shape or whatever. But women checking out bodies. And you know what? I even said it. Even on that show, I always talk about the gift they keep on giving, the balloon pop show. This big old husky old dude came on here and these women were saying some shit. He wasn't even cut or something. Because that's something that's very important. Women like different body types. And indeed, when I've given out surveys to players, they would always say, now some were slim, some were some big old dudes. See, that's another thing. Some dudes will come up and say it's only one type of body. It depends on the woman. Some women want a big old dude laying on top of them. Some dudes got to be like a slim and laying on top of them. Some got to be perfectly muscular. It depends on the woman. In fact, I've known some very attractive women. I would put them like in the 7 range. Who have said out of their mouths, they like a little bit of stomach on them, man. That's still the body. They ain't ignoring it. Come on now, look, use some common sense. First of all, use some common sense. First of all, some dudes be like, well, it's just the face. Women checking all that out. And then some women, they don't care. Like I said, most women want to be the most attractive one. Some women like a little bit of ugly. Because they feel like that motherfucker can fuck. They just want that body. Now, if that dude don't have a body on him or something like that, shoot, they might ignore it. And especially, I'm going to tell you the guys who really should get into body game. Because let's be real. You talking about some height, but what's the considered height? 6'2"? 97% of the male population on the planet ain't 6'2". Or then have that perfect square jaw and all of that. Come on now. Only 1% of the men, less than 1% of the men have somebody like that. But then if you got that nice body build, you can wear those clothes right. You looking good, you looking fit. You looking like you can pick up that woman. Yeah, that turns them on. You pick them up or something like that. You looking strong, women paying attention to that. In fact, they kind of prefer a rougher looking man anyway. Because you got some women, if you looking too good for them, they wondering about if you even like women. So you got some women, they find that masculine and shit. But they looking at everything though. They checking out every single part of you. And see, the beauty of the body game is that's what you can affect the most. Because you can't really, without some serious operation, you really can't get that tall. And even with you working out, you can do something. You working out, you can lose some weight off your face, but your bone structure only going to go so far. But your body is what you can control the most. And plus, I'm going to tell you something now. When women see you work out, they know you got some level of discipline. And that's something that turns a woman on. They know you can stick with something. That turns them on. And look, let's just be real out here. Come on, man. You don't see some dudes out here just, they hitting the gym, they walking around with a nice woman. Come on. Come on. Don't pretend like it. Take your ass outside the house. But here's the main thing. The main thing. You can find out for yourself. Like I said, if you got some issue with me personally, okay, fine. But then hit these other dudes up who doing body game videos, tell them. And in fact, get in my face and get any of their faces and say something. If you don't think that's the case. And if you think you got something better that's getting the women, show us. Show us. Do some videos yourself and show us. Seriously. Because a lot of these dudes, be talking some trash. They never show themselves in any of the videos. They never show themselves. I want y'all to think about that shit. They never show themselves. But shoot, dude, I've worked out at a ton of gyms. Worked at a ton of gyms. And I'm seeing who getting to play, who ain't getting to play. It's the dudes hitting that shit hard. And look, don't be thinking, oh, it's just that. Dude, take your ass outside. Take your ass outside. Women checking that out. And even when I was living at my last place, had a woman living upstairs from me, right on top of me. And she had a homosexual living with her. That dude was only about 5'8", but he was hitting the gym. He be on the balcony sometime with his shirt off. I say, damn, he advertising for somebody else while she at work. Whatever the case, you can see it for yourself. That's the beauty of it. Regardless of how many people, I don't know how many people doing body game videos. Regardless of what you feel about any of them, you can check it out for yourself. Now, if you check it out for yourself, it don't work, and then say that. Say that. And even though I've given the term body game, there's plenty of other guys been saying it. And then, look, like I said, it ain't even just about you walking around with your shirt off. Even though some dudes, some places, depending on the weather, do be doing that. They still got dressed right. And then even when you talking about Chad and Tyrone, they be hitting the gym. These model types be hitting the gym. They be hitting it harder. And they be eating right too. Shoot, I need to do a video on body game talking about eating right. Trust me, that goes a long way. Whatever the case, it works. And the best person to find it out is yourself. And if you don't want to find it out, or you don't want to get with it, stay off the channel. Seriously, stay off the channel. And I talk about that. And let me say something else about that, because some dudes say, well, you keep talking about it. Dude, that's the main thing. Dudes be coming to this channel want to know how they can get women. One of the main things they be checking out is the body. Like I said, I had a lady friend saw somebody in my neighborhood, right? And she said, he's cute, but he need to put on some weight. She checking out his body. Women look at the whole package. Any man who's dealt with some women, who's actually had sex with some women, know that they've been looking at the whole thing. Shit. Some of these women just look at, they just look at your joint. Whatever the case, that means they looking down, motherfucker. And plus, you got some dudes out here, they average looking, they average height, yet they got a bunch of kids. And like I always say, that's how you really know. They doing something. And I don't care who it is. I don't even care what some people talk about. Well, yeah, it's that mouthpiece. Women still checking. They still gotta be good with that body. They still gotta be good with that body crawling on top of her and pumping away happily. They still gotta handle that shit. Or being on top of that guy, they pounding away happily. Whatever the case. A woman still gotta like your body. If she don't like your body, please. Please. Alright? So anyway, that's all I got. Like I said, it was a bunch of stuff, and then the weather out here, I was like, man, let me just take care of all this stuff right here. Alright? I'll probably be driving around tomorrow. I don't know about Friday, though. It's supposed to snow Friday. I'll see. I'll do something for y'all. Anyway, the beauty of the body game. And like I said, the very first body game video that I did is in the description box, all right? And I'm going to keep talking about it. Anybody who don't like it, stay the fuck off the channel. That's all I got for today. Peace.